Hello, I'm Jackie, and welcome to my couch!
I would like to talk about sports, but you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So, get rid of the designated hitter.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, you coming right off the bat with that?
So, here's the problem. The problem with the designated hitter is it's one of the higher contracts most teams have.
Yeah.
So, the players union just wants you to get rid of it.
People
They'll
play
never get rid of it.
So,
they can't.
this is how you fix it. You go to a 28-man roster, and like hockey, before each game, the manager's got to tell you which 25 of those 28 guys are eligible to play. So now you've added
That's
3 guys per team. If you were never dressed for the entire 162 game season, it doesn't matter. Any member of the
But everyone else is gonna giggle if you never dress.
Well, this is true too. But they're men in a locker room. Every guy in the 28, if you're on the 28-man roster, it still counts towards Major League service time.
But now you're hiring 3 more people.
You're not hiring 3 more people, because think about it. If a guy gets hurt, you're going to rest the guy, it's a middle reliever, you send him down, you bring him up. It's basically just 3 guys from the 40-man roster
hockey, though.
who instead of sitting back and forth and trolling the shuttle going from Major League to AAA,
You keeping
they're
them
on the Major League roster the whole
They're
time.
just chilling there.
like hockey when you have those extra guys.
Yeah,
Right, but while you have more guys, you have 28 guys getting service time, so guys become free agents faster. So it allows them to be on the market to make more money than the Major League minimum. So while you may lose the 1 or 2, look, the bottom line is too, there's no DH anymore, really. Like,
No, not like it used to be.
who do you have? You have Ortiz and A-Rod.
Right.
Name another big roster guy making money. Morales in Kansas City.
But you're gonna start getting there soon with all the older players.
Yeah,
They're
once
not
they
gonna
once they
wanna
get
back
retirement
up.
change
age,
it.
once they can't field
Well,
positions
maybe
anymore.
Right.
after they're out, like Ortiz and you got A-Rod, maybe that could take effect.
So once they,
But the league, I don't
No,
think the
I
Players
need to know
Association
what
is
you
not
know.
helping.
Why?
Because you're taking money off the table for the big bats.
But you're
Yeah, the
giving,
union might
but
not
you're
help.
giving more money to more guys. You're giving more guys Major League service time, which puts more guys in the Major League pension, which puts more guys in the eligibility to make Major League free agency, which puts them on the open market to demand who they play for.
Yeah,
and
now would
price
the
they wanna
owners
play
want to
for.
go for that? Like, would the owners maybe?
Sure, because the owner's going to want to pay. I would rather pay 3 guys $1.5 million than 1 guy 10.
Yeah.
you said you would
No,
pay
it
for
makes
guys.
sense, but the Players Association is gonna say, well, we're losing out on a guy being able to make $20 million a year because he can
No,
make
you're not losing out
40
on
home
guys.
runs.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Players Association is the
but
one
you
that,
still,
that's
as the
gonna.
Players Association, you're still getting 3 guys. So in a way, you're getting more guys in it too, though. You know what I mean?
But not
so it's
making
like,
that kind of money.
yeah. So it's like kind of like a catch-22. So you're not really sure.
But
It's
instead
not
of 1 guy making 20 million, if you're carrying that many rosters, if I'm not paying him to hit home runs at 20 million, I'll pay 3 other guys 5 million. So while you may have the 1 guy who's not making 20 million for a singular skill, which is fucking stupid,
Right.
you're gonna have more guys making more and more money, getting more and more experience, being eligible for the Major League pension. It benefits the union of players greater as a whole than it does for the handful of guys who are really gonna profit being a DH.
But what
I mean,
happens
it's a
when
cool idea.
Pujols can't field anymore and he's gonna wanna be the hitter that makes $20 million a year?
Then you're gonna have an option as an owner.
And then that leads into the free agency as well. You could, and then he can go
Exactly.
on to another team.
Well, that quote summed it up with the, and
That's a technical term, that sounds.
Ah, fake smoke!
His free agency in
God damn you with your fake smoke.
flatulous language.
but do the players
Heavy
vote
metal
on that
video
and
fucking
say, yeah, we're
smoke.
willing to give up 10 huge salaries so 30 people can get
Because you're not going to see those salaries anymore. Like, you're giving up what?
I mean,
a bunch
after
of
some-
salaries for a bunch of guys who are once in a lifetime? Like, it's not every DH is in a $15 million player.
And like hockey though, with those extra guys up, you can keep up some younger guys.
But that's
Guys
why
too.
the American League used to be able to keep people on the payroll that couldn't fill the position.
Right.
And they would just, that's what they did.
Okay.
And nothing was anything wrong with that. But
That is a workable
and
idea.
and
To get rid of it.
Martinez and fucking
You know what I mean? To get rid of
But
it.
that's what, but the thing is, if there was no DH, these guys wouldn't have a job anymore.
No.
So you're talking
There
about...
would be there would be
Okay.
ben, there would be
A-Rod
there would be
A-Rod
bench
would-
players.
Well, maybe not
They
now.
wouldn't even be on the... So even
No,
if
there
that-
would
Okay.
be bench players.
So you're the union. What's the job of
I'm
the
the-
union? To protect and get
I'm
as
here.
many benefits.
You're fired.
As many benefits for as many people as possible
You
at
talk
the
so
time.
much.
Yeah. But
So,
yeah, so you're saying
Instead of
three
1 guy in the
guys-
roster, I have 3.
Look
And
at
then
him.
if you add all the teams up, you're getting how many more players?
Look at him. And
No,
Charles
I mean, it
he's
does
already
that.
expanding the roster.
That's why he's in charge.
It makes sense.
It works.
It makes sense.
If they're willing to give up
Nice.
that one big paycheck
Like
for
that.
certain players,
Yeah,
because you're always gonna have
You won't be in
players
the shot.
that are getting older.
You won't be in a shot.
But they
They're
had
always
players.
gonna miss
But they had
out.
players who are getting older all the time.
I want to watch the fun.
And are they gonna want to give up that?
Because looking at that.
Why not?
Well,
No.
like I'm saying, like with Pujols.
That's it.
Right.
Sooner or later, more soon than later, he's not gonna be able to be a
And he's
field
good
goal.
at doing it. He's
Well, there's going to be a market correction. So I'm not going to pay a guy, Albert Pujols, who's 32 years old. I'm not going to give him an 8-year contract. And I don't want him sitting on my roster because I don't have the DH.
Nobody should have an 8-year
But-
contract.
The 24-year-old,
Shouldn't.
I don't
shouldn't
have
an
to
8-year
worry about wasting money on the 35-year-old guy who's sucking money because he's going to be my DH.
What's
I
he
can give that money to the 24-year-old guy in an 8-year contract and pay him huge money until he's 32.
But Joseph, figure
So
if
the
the,
paradigm of the money shifts. It's not that the money
if the
goes away.
designated hitter too is dying out, they're also not going to make that much money either. If they're not like an Ortiz either, they're not going to make that much money
Right.
as well.
The problem you're going to have from ownership is the amount of money they're investing in starting pitchers, and the starting pitchers who go down with injury on the base paths, who tend to be only American League pitchers who have no idea what's going on.
But that's bullshit, because
Well, it is bullshit.
it's, if you don't know how to run and you hurt yourself, you're an idiot. That,
But I run like this.
and that's why you're
I wear
brain
roller
damaged.
skates.
That's why I can't pitch.
Right.
Every time he flails or does something, Maddie puts the freaking picture out of focus.
That's good.
It's you, though. It's every time.
So
Miss Kristen King.
that wasn't an original idea. I
I'm
forget
better-
where I heard it, but kind of because you keep the 40-man
I come with my
roster.
own
The other
offense.
complaint about the 40-man roster is some guys call a bunch of teams, some guys don't. So the last month and a half of the season is,
What the cookies?
Kristen made
is
cookies.
teams are in a pennant race and other teams are just playing 40 guys for
Oh,
the
my
thing.
camera.
You can still bring up all 40 guys if you want. But instead of a 28-man roster,
if you
you
get
got
rid of-
40, and you
Well,
still
it's
have
like
to declare
football,
Do you
your
get rid of
25.
the
It's
DH?
like
Do the
football,
pitchers
too.
hit or no?
Yeah. It becomes what we now refer to as National League Ball, which
Real
was
baseball.
regular baseball
Out of the way!
up until the 70s. I forget the exact year. Pitchers
Throw
in both
something
leagues. You don't have to worry about the crossover.
Now let's
Interleague play becomes
let's
less
talk
of a
about
bigger
soccer.
deal.
No, I like that. I think it's bad. But it's like football too. Football, you have 53 men on the team. They don't all play. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's not a bad idea. I think it's a
Are
cool
you saying
idea.
that they're lazy?
Yeah, yeah.
If you can do that, then you get rid of all the divisions and just make it.
No, you can keep. The only thing you're changing is
Top
how
10
the
teams?
game's played.
Ooh,
Well, that's a different
nice.
conversation. You're not playing the same.
Oh, that's for next week.
If we have enough viewers.
You're not.
Even if we don't.